All right, guys, we're here at the 2016 Australasian WBC Championship Tournament.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. We are in the top 4 semi-finals match with Li Hao playing the Great Nature.
And Mark Guan playing Gear Chronicles, a very popular choice today, it seems.
It is. Now, we're your hosts, Nephonix.
And RPGcaster.
All right, now, both players seem to look like they're getting ready. They're shuffling their decks. Obviously, we're starting with the very powerful Pile Shuffle. And we have a standard Tunnel Shuffle coming from the Great Nature player. Very, very interesting choices.
I don't think that has anything to do with the game, Nephonix.
All right, we see both players getting their starting Vanguard out.
This is an interesting matchup, don't you think?
Oh, I'm pretty familiar with the Great Nature, so it's not really interesting for me.
Well, I don't play a lot of Gear Chronicles personally. And I only play like a couple of Great Nature decks.
Gear Chronicles, now, whilst they're very powerful, if you don't give them the counterblast, they can't make their big plays like their next stage and all that great stuff. So it will be interesting to see how this Great Nature plays against him because they're all about those burst attacks.
Yeah, very, very much so.
All right, now both players seem to be very slow off the starting line. I hope they get started soon because I'm getting bored.
I'm getting hungry.
All right, still more shuffling. All right, we've got another cut and we've got another shuffle. Excellent. Now, what is your thoughts on this shuffle? We've got Tunnel Shuffle coming from both players this time, not a pile.
I do not think that the players came here to talk about the analysis of
All right, we've got rock, paper, scissors. We're starting.
Okay, good. I'm excited. I see 2 big bellies in the Great Nature players. So we're sending one back.
All right, there goes more big bellies.
Oh, sending all the big bellies back.
I'm not sure about that, but we'll see how that goes. Because, he needs those big bellies.
That's very true. You do want to get your starting stride Vanguard.
It's amazing if you can get that off because it guarantees you for the setup plays. Now, with both players shuffling back, looks like 3 and 3. Both players? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
now, obviously, I'm going to assume that they have missing probably a grade 3 now because, most players want to have the guaranteed grade 1 and 2.
Yeah. But the Great Nature player still has a big belly in his hand, actually.
Ooh,
Probably
draws into a
fishing
null
for the
and a
grade
heal
1.
trigger. That'll be interesting coming later on in the play.
Yeah. So we're
Alright.
starting with the Gear
Ooh,
Chronicles.
standard TikTok. And we have the actual generation break starter for Great Nature. Interesting, since
Very interesting.
lots of people actually like using the rabbit or the blackboard parrot.
Actually, yeah, I've seen a lot of people using the rabbit.
Ooh, we got an attack off. Let's check the first drive. Ooh,
Critical
critical.
trigger.
Straight off the bat.
Wow, that's huge advantage in favor of Gear Chronicles right now.
If they want to get back in the game, they're going to have to actually rush, but he chooses not to.
Playing
Oh!
we got
Another crits everywhere!
we got crits flying out the wazoo today. What the heck is this?
It's incredible. That's what
It's
this
like-
game is.
It's like I'm watching an episode of the anime. And
Oh.
Chrono's center stage, just critting his way.
Here
to
we go.
victory.
Another trigger. Are we going to get it? Now, he's hesitating to guard because obviously he doesn't want more damage that early on in
Does
the
get
game.
guard, and that was a very smart choice. Very
Absolutely.
good gamble. Because he doesn't want to take too much damage too much early on, especially since he's
grade
going to,
2, yeah.
Yeah, and he's not getting the first stride off either because he went
You
first.
need to protect yourself against that.
Yeah.
All right, we've got twin drive happening. It doesn't look like anything's popped up, but he's got a stride assist there, ready to go
And
into
then
the
we
break
get
ride Chatnoir.
We got a heal trigger on the side of Gear Chronicles there.
All right. Are we going to see some shenanigans from the Gear Chronicle? We got the Chronojet standard play there.
Of course, yeah.
All right. Now, is he going to stride? Of course he's going to stride, right?
Yeah.
We saw him drive check it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a Gear Chronicle deck. What Gear Chronicle deck does not stride?
Oh, look, there it is. The famous Metallica Phoenix. Now, for those of you who don't know what it actually does do, now when it attacks, it actually does what the clan's main mechanic is, which is time leaping.
Okay.
Now, it can select one unit on the field and bind it, and then it calls usually a grade higher than it or lower. Depends on the wording.
Oh, yeah?
Now, we've got the Melon, which is a great card.
That thing really needs to get out of the
Get out of the game.
I mean, I don't know the effects of Gear Chronicles, but whenever that thing shows up, it's always meant bad news to me personally.
Well, it's an aggressive... it costs nothing, and it's such an aggressive first stride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we obviously have the Melon attacking for 11, because it's going to leap back into a 0.
It's a little bit odd seeing the Great Nature play with an empty field.
Right? But obviously they had to get going first with their first stride.
Yeah, let's hope they can pull something off next turn.
Now they took the damage. And now he's going to... He's looking at his soul.
Is there any significance there?
I don't know. I don't understand what he's looking for. Maybe he's seeing if what he has in deck to time leap into. If he wants to go into another TikTok, maybe, or go into the stand trigger.
Oh yeah.
Because that stand trigger is incredible. I'm not sure if you know what it actually does, but when it gets sent to the bind zone, he can actually draw 2 cards.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Obviously, he has to send one back, but it's still a good plus. So the TikTok leaps the grade 1 to a grade 2. This is one of the most incredibly just unrealistic plays. So TikTok actually triggers off Melon's skill, which is a cost. Now, you can't technically you can't time leap 1 card into 2, but because of the cost going with the Melon, he's allowed to get 2 cards from 1.
That's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Now, all right. So he's gone for the GG. Ooh. GG's going to obviously Soul Blast 2 and draw 1.
That's a very good play. Your favorite kind of play, drawing cards.
Oh, drawing cards is incredible, guys. You can never have too many cards. All right. Now GG's going off. Here comes the draw. Do we get to look? No, he didn't show it to us. It looks like a Kalimba. That card.
Again. More time leap shenanigans.
More time leap shenanigans. Yes, indeed. Because History Maker goes off. And he's going to leap into grade the GG 2. Into the grade 2 upstream by the looks of it.
Yep.
No, that's not upstream. Ooh, he's not going for the standard play. That the card, when it comes into play, I believe, pumps up another unit for 2,000 or 4,000.
He still has his Vanguard attack too.
Yes, he does.
This is crazy.
And he's going to time leap more than likely that grade 0.
What the heck?
And draw more cards. Because
Chronicles are actually insane.
This is just their first stride. Just remember that. And he's already on 4 damage.
Oh, that hurts.
I'm curious as to why he went to that grade 2 when the History Maker... Maybe he's hoping for the stand triggers?
Possibly, yes. I mean, you make those plays all the time.
That's very true, I do. Alright, now here comes his next rearguard attack, and he's taking it again. He really wants
damage.
that...
Ooh.
I understand what he's trying to do. He wants those triggers to help him guard, because it's a lot like Aquaforce, it's just little poke attacks.
Yeah.
And then now comes the big one, the Vanguard, and there goes that stand trigger, like I said. And now he's going to more than likely leap into the grade 1 Melon, yes. And you know what comes with Melon? Another grade 0.
Of course. It's for free.
So we've seen a multitude of attacks, and then in goes that crit trigger.
It's a very good display of what Gear Chronicles capable of, and why it's such a popular deck in the meta right now.
Absolutely. It not only benefits you cards into your hand, but just a multitude of attacks, and you lose out on nothing.
Yeah, so now we got the Great Nature player thinking about whether he wants to play the Sentinel, by the looks of it.
Yes. He has to guard. He's on 5 unless he's that confident about a heal. And I don't think he got here with that kind of attitude.
Yeah, very true. It looks like he seems like a very careful player.
All right, so obviously there's a lot of triggers for him still in deck, or possibly in hand, because there's just nothing in that damage zone. We know he's got 1 crit in his hand, which he used to guard earlier on. Yeah. All right, so he's down to
a couple triggers in hand. Yeah, there's that heal. He's still got a G-guard up his sleeve.
All right, so here comes the next attack, and that should be the last one, hopefully, for him. And he G-guards it. I guess he wants the Gen Break 2 stride first.
There's also the fact that if he really wants to make a powerful play against the opponent, he can't be dropping so many of the key cards to guard. He needs them to make his counterattack.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, he just puts himself in a situation where he's just like getting cornered by all these attacks that Gear Chronicles are pounding.
Because unfortunately, playing defensive does not win you games.
No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, yeah.
All right, so that's the end of the Gear Chronicle player's turn, and now we're up to the Great Nature. So I'm hoping he's going to stride or possibly break right stride.
Oof.
Let's see what he goes for. He goes for the stride.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to pick? Do you know the Great Nature cards at all?
Vaguely. Ooh, I've never seen this one.
Ooh, honorary. It's the
Channel?
Yeah, the Katnar stride. Honorary Professor. Katsalug.
Have not had a lot of experience, so attack straight off.
Straight off the bat.
Gets nothing.
Oh, and a draw trigger at that.
Ow.
This Gear Chronicle has a lot of advantage at the moment.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but like this might be it for Great Nature player, like there can't be a lot that he can do unless he gets some triggers of his own.
Yeah.
And being on 5 damage is a little bit painful.
And he's counterblasting a lot. I assume it's for the Crown Tiger and the Big Belly hitting as well.
Yeah.
And then the Honorary Professor. So he's going to draw a lot of cards at the end of the turn, I think.
Which will hopefully allow him to survive to fight another.
Yes.
But then he has used a lot of resources just to try and get some sort of footing in this match.
There you go. That burst draw happened. 4 cards in hand again.
But will it be enough?
I'm not... If the Gear Chronicles smart, he might go for a big play and try and finish him with next stage. Let's see what he goes for. No, Metallic. He just wants to poke and actually play conservatively.
Interesting.
Although at this point, I don't think it's conservatively at all. I think it's just trying just to rip that hand apart and just make sure he has a stern footing.
Fair enough.
Alright, so he opts to use the stride skill with Chronojet and spins his last unit away. And there's that tick-tock. We're
going to see more time leap.
Yes, shenanigans.
And he can't rely on a trigger to protect him from
He can't, unfortunately. This is looking very bad for the Mr. Gear Chronicle. Alright, so we've got that critical trigger that most clans should have by now. I'm not too much of a fan of it. Like, because it's a 10k out of hand.
Yeah, I never used mine either.
But I understand how much it helps for Soul.
And that's game.
Oh, yeah, he understood.
Yeah.
Like
there was no coming back from such a bad luck streak.
I know.
No triggers beyond the first crit, which was basically matching the critical trigger on the opposite
yeah,
side.
it literally even
healed.
footing.
There was just nothing you could do, and like just getting so much advantage off. Not a single trigger to defend himself.
Oh.
He was really pushed into a corner.
It was a back foot from the get-go.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so hopefully game 2 will go a bit more in his favour, and that way he'll make it to game 3 and make it a lot more interesting for us. Alright, so there's that koala. I'm a bit sad we never got to see it, but it's so hard to stay on the field.
Yeah, that's for Japan. I was saying that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know how when they hit Angel Fella, that took ages for English to implement that.
Okay, it was just setting up for game 2. A lot more shuffling.
Yeah, we just went on a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Like, we need it too, guys. You got to understand that.
Just, if you really want to, as the great Brooksy says in our play, just skip ahead.
Skip ahead. But make sure you watch it to the end, please.
Of course. Because that's how you find out how it all began.
Otherwise, I'll rage more. You don't want that.
No, you don't.
Alright, so it looks like we're just
about
ready. We've still got to get through the mulligan.
Oh.
But I understand these guys want to make sure that they hold up the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Absolutely.
Especially at such a high level, you
don't want to see no cheating.
Exactly right. Alright, so here comes the randomization of who goes first. Scissors.
Oh no. It's so weird in Bushiroad games. You want to lose the Rox's favor.
Yeah.
Because you get so much advantage by going second in most of
How much
games.
has that changed? Like, at first you wanted the twin drive first?
Yeah, and now you just want the stride first.
first.
Because it's so much better. Especially since a lot of decks in the meta right now are so
Gen break.
reliant on the gen break mechanic,
Exactly.
which means you need to get your stride ASAP. And going second, you have so much advantage.
And especially Gears want that gen break first, because they can obviously benefit off so much.
That being said, I like how G Guardians kind of try to balance it. I mean, the player going first has the opportunity to go gen break 2. They can get it.
It was a good introduction to the game, honestly. And I think it helped slow it down enough that people can actually get off their turns.
Yeah,
and not lose first turn to a Metallica Phoenix. Alright, so we're just about there. We've got both players mulliganing.
Yep.
It looks like it was 3 and 2 this time, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't see his hand quite well.
Yeah, Gear Chronicle player definitely sent back 3.
And 2, yeah.
Okay, well, from the looks of it, the Green Age player seems to have a better starting hand.
Yes, which will definitely help, hopefully.
Okay.
Alright, so starting off with the stride assist ride.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think I saw a null in his hand.
Probably wants to save that after what happened last time. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh.
If that is indeed a null in his hand.
Alright, so he's thinking about what to ride. He might actually have plays for the future. Hesitates.
And uses the null guard.
Null guard, alright. So he must have a key card.
Okay, and Grey Nature player guarding early.
Because he understands what happens.
He's being very careful with how he plays this game from here on.
Which I guess is like what you need to do. You need to learn from your first game.
Absolutely. And that's in all competitive gaming.
Exactly right. All right. Now we got about 1 damage. No damage versus 1. Of course, because of that early game.
Pretty good.
Now, we got the grade 2 right. Here we go.
Yep.
And it's that power-up card. Now, that's an interesting tech choice because you don't actually see that in much games.
Ooh, and the kill trigger. A G guard to hand and back to 0.
And turns the tables from 0 to 1 to 1 to 0. Yeah. Ooh, all right.
Okay, we got the
famous big belly.
Not going channel this time.
No, he understood that we need to get the stride abilities up and running.
Definitely.
Now, he wants to try and pressure him. I understand why. But a stride assist out of hand.
Okay, so 3.
He wants to thin the deck, obviously, for triggers. I get that.
Or maybe he's looking for more attackers. I did see the draw trigger in hand. He might want to drop that and get another grade 3 so he has something to attack with. That's another possibility. Let's see what he drops.
It was
it was the big belly. Interesting.
I guess it's just no use to him in deck.
Yeah. It's very interesting. See, there's the draw trigger.
That was an interesting play.
Yeah. Okay, so the twin drive reveals nothing.
But no, that will help.
Yeah.
Especially what we know what's about to come.
Yeah, and here we go. Does he have the Chrono Jet? I'm going to guess yes.
You'd have to, right?
Yeah.
You max that. Ooh.
Does
no,
he?
I don't know. It looked like he only had that grade 3, the one that strides and turns into Chrono Jet.
So maybe if that's the case, the Grey Nature player will have another turn to
get back into
Get back into the swing of things. He's really thinking.
Maybe he doesn't want to ride?
That's a possibility. No,
he has the Chrono Jet.
I wonder what he was thinking about there.
Maybe he wanted to try and thin the deck with striding on that card.
On the other card, yeah, that's a possibility. Okay, go
there
straight
it is.
for it.
Metallica Phoenix, guys. We all know what it does now.
Yep, even I do.
And he's spinning it. He's using that valuable counterblast. Because he's only got one at this point in the game. But I guess lots of those cards are for free.
Yeah, and that's really what's scary about them, to be honest. There's a melon.
There's a melon.
There's a melon.
All right, Upstream's on the field. Upstream. So he's a grade 2 version of Melon.
Oh man.
It's good.
Yeah, I can see like crazy things happening.
And there's the
stand trigger.
So Melon's gonna go swinging in, and TikTok's gonna transform for 2. Oh, yeah. There it is. Stock standard plays right there, but they're stock standard for a reason.
Because they work.
Oof. There's another Nullin damage. That's not helpful.
Not at all.
And obviously, here we go. Time leaping. He's going to probably get another TikTok, maybe?
What happened to the good old days when only Royal Paladins called from deck?
Right? It hurts a lot to watch this. You don't guys actually understand.
Oh, man. I still remember when Neo Nectar came out and everyone was like, whoa, another thing that calls from deck. What is this? And then everything does it now.
It's not unique.
No, it's not.
But it's called time leaping. It's different, right?
Okay.
All right, so here's the Kalimba. He's going to spin. He did spin the grade 0. And there's that TikTok play as well. So he's going to get another rearguard attack, and it's just going to keep going and going and going.
Forever and ever.
Well, hopefully not forever.
Well, we saw how far it kind of went. Give so many attacks in one turn, stuff that only Aquaforce was capable of all the way back in Limit Break days, and this is actually scary.
It gets to not only thin the deck for triggers, but it also gets multiple attacks off. That's what's the worst scenario about it for the opponent.
Yep, definitely.
And obviously we see another TikTok play happening here at the grade 3 into the GG. GG's going to draw. Oh, it's a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Understandable, sir.
But that's why we call it the meta, hey?
That is the meta.
All right, now he's going to maybe swing with the Kalimba first, or maybe the Chrono Jet. Either either is a good choice. All right, and there's the GG play. Another draw, because you can never have enough draw power.
You can't never have enough, no, never.
Never.
must always have it.
You understand what I like about drawing. You're an OTT OG player.
Guess so. But we don't talk about OTT. It's a sore subject for me.
I know. All right, so here comes the play. Now, he goes for the Vanguard. He just wants to pressure the damage. He doesn't want to control his field any more than he has to.
Okay.
And he's thinking about the guard. He's thinking about it.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, it's a guard.
There it is.
That was a spectacular guard.
Just the motion of the card from the hand to the Guardian
You
circle.
don't get much more professional than that, guys.
Okay, here we go. The Vanguard attack. The big swing.
And he's thinking about the time leap. He's looking in his drop zone. He's like, what do I pick? He wants to go into another size 2 and maybe call over that grade 2 rear guard he has already.
Grade 2 Nephonix. This is not buddy fight. We don't have sizes here.
Oh, whatever. It's the same thing. It's all Bushiroad. Ooh. It looks like the judge wanted to check that card out.
Yeah, definitely.
Why would you remove that from the field? How dare you? I'd laugh if that's actually me. But it can't because I'm here commentating.
Unless you have, like, Mr. Fantastic Arms.
That'd be cool.
It's a little bit weird.
Alas, I don't. Alright, so he did spin that grade 0 stand draw trigger.
Yeah.
But hey, who doesn't like another trigger back in deck?
It's spectacular.
Ooh, crit trigger. Bit late to the game, but at least he won't have to guard that chrono jet attack.
Thank goodness.
Another GG play. This is astounding, like that card advantage he just gets from the first stride.
Oh my goodness, and there it is.
And there's another upstream. Ready for next turn.
Just preparing.
No, he's ready for next turn.
Ready, just set up. Just ready to go.
And I think the Great Nature player is a bit relieved now that he can have his turn in stride finally. Alright, now, I'm thinking Hrimthirst might be first stride this game. And there it is.
Ooh.
Very good card.
And there is the...
the Grey Belly.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Grey Belly. I was going to call it Rock Belly.
Rock Belly, yeah. That's suitable. I get why you do think that. The guitar and all.
Yeah.
And that rebellious attitude.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so Hrimthirst first. He wants that attack to hit so he can draw multiple cards and power up that Grey Belly. Alright, no triggers again.
Very unfortunate for our Great Nature player.
But he's going to make his way through the game because unfortunately that's what you have to deal with in this Vanguard game.
Yep.
You just never know what's going to happen. Now, here comes a Soul Blast and he's going to pump something. He's going to pump the Alley Belly. Oh. I guess he wants to hit. That's understandable. Multiple attacks. So, I guess attack pattern does matter.
I guess so.
He might want to get rid of that upstream.
I'd get rid of the upstream. I think
He does.
Yeah, smart player, good.
Thank goodness. I couldn't bear to watch more attacks happen.
Yeah, but he's still got the melon.
Oh, that man.
There's no stopping the onslaught.
There is no. But at least he can't next stage his turn with only one counterblast face up.
Absolutely not.
Alright, so does he have the stride though? That would be.
Wait, isn't next stage only one counterblast?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I remember having a discussion about this. Somebody lost a game today, actually, and talked to me, and they said, I lost because I thought that next stage was a 2 counterblast cost card.
No.
But it was actually a 1 counterblast, and they, like, didn't guard properly and just got wrecked.
That would have been me.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the next stage is definitely on the table right now.
Alright, so he's
But does he go
finally
for
got thinking. He actually had the stride fodder, which was good.
Great. Is he going to, or is he just going to go another Metallic Phoenix?
Oh, he probably thinks he can't win this turn, honestly. So another Metallica may be good. But he is thinking about it. You see him glancing at that next stage. Checks his hand. He's like, can I do this? Do I have enough?
I'm honestly really worried for our Great Nature player here.
Metallica.
That's a very small hand size to have.
It's not the best.
For a Great Nature player.
But he lost a lot of key cards to guarding as well. Just remember that.
That's very true. Okay, another Metallic Phoenix.
One thing I have noticed though, have you not noticed he doesn't look like he runs Stuck Bill?
Very true. Did not think about that.
Like, I guess it's not a staple, but I do see it in a lot of decks, and it does look like it helps a lot.
Is there any advantage to like the other units he's perhaps running in his grade 1 lineup over Duckbill?
I'm not sure. It looks like he's just running the 4-4-4. Like 4 nulls, 4 alley bellies, and 4 stride assists.
Surely he has like maybe a 2 off of Duckbill or something.
I'd hope so, because it would just help him gain that hand advantage.
Definitely. I feel like in this matchup, Duckbill would be something that would be essential too.
And especially if they spin it back.
Oh, good. A stroke of luck for our great nature player. You see him have that sigh of relief.
I know.
Put his hand to his chest and is like, okay, I'm good now.
Okay. I can
Okay.
play out. He's like,
Yeah.
he knows like he can play out this turn now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we got the history maker up. And obviously the Melum goes off now because of this whole TikTok play.
You know, as many times as I've seen it, it's kind of fascinating to just see all these cards just flying all over the place.
It's something to behold. Wow, he really wants that draw engine going off.
Oh, crazy!
And he can do it. He can history maker and use
And
the Metallica.
use the Metallica as well, you are correct.
But whether or not he wants the draw or if he wants more valuable attacks, that's what I want to know. So there's the first one.
Yep.
What's he going to leap into, I wonder? Melum? Melum.
Melon. Standard play.
I don't even know why I thought about that.
You always go melon.
You always go Melum.
Just like that should be the catchphrase. Bushiroad World Championship 2016 should be you always go melon.
Melon.
Always.
All right, there's that draw effect happening. So returns the 1
You're 16.
and shuffles because you need to.
Yep, absolutely.
Metallica's next, not Melum. That's an interesting choice.
Ooh, very interesting.
Maybe, I guess he just wants to stack the triggers onto the Melum.
Possibly. Yep, he's time leaving the stand trigger and he's going to make that attack a little more beefy.
Or he might call over the history maker, who knows? And get more Melums.
Oh,
Because
no.
Shannon, you always go into
You
the
always go into the melon, of course.
GG might be the play though. I would
Absolutely.
understand. No, there's a Melum.
Oh my goodness. I do like the art there, I will admit.
Steampunk's always been like a big like global like
A global phenomenon
Yeah.
of a like aesthetic style.
oh it's just it actually is very appealing, I have to admit. I get why.
I'll be honest, and you know me, because like oracles, neonectars.
Oh yeah.
Right, I would go if there was like a Steam Maiden archetype.
Oh.
I would be there
In a heartbeat,
in
hey?
a heartbeat. I would be there day one. Buy all those booster boxes.
All right, he
Okay,
checks
checking damage.
He wants to know what triggers he has
You
left.
think that's what it is?
Oh, it has to be. That's what I'd be doing. Oh, because he has. You have to admit, he's put the stand triggers back. He's thinned the deck.
Yep.
I would be shocked if he doesn't see one.
This is
As
some
much as I hate to say it.
Crazy deck thing.
There's-
There it
There's a
is.
stand.
Stand.
Oh, where's the power going though? Ooh,
Melon.
Melon.
Always go melon.
Always go Melon.
I mean, I said it twice, 3 times now. Okay, we can dash another
Oh,
heal.
wow.
Okay, a very big stroke of luck for our great nature
This
player
great nature
here.
player is back in this game.
Crazy.
All right, here comes the Melon. Now, with 14 from 12 from the stand trigger, 16 with its ability,
Yep.
23k.
That's respectable. It's a 5k guard
That's
though.
a 5k guard.
But I can see him debating because like he might need those cards.
Oh, he did
Gives
just
up
the
the
Otter.
Otter.
That's his key player in this deck.
Ooh,
He must have another one in hand. I'd hope he
I
has another
hope
one.
so. Otherwise, maybe coughing up that 5th damage might have been a good idea.
It could have been.
Ooh,
It looks like he hates what he draws.
yeah.
Well, he has to put up with what he's drawn. That's unfortunate, but
Yep.
that's the game. Deal with it.
That is how the game goes. Luckily, he did get that basically 2 heal triggers last turn. It's put him in a good position, way better than he would normally be.
Definitely. He could be on 5 right now, but obviously dropping that key grade 2.
Helped him out. Dropping the elephant for the stride
He
hurts a little bit as well.
It hurts a little bit, but striding is better than not striding, honestly.
That's very true.
And-
And I know that as a player of Asha, we do nothing when we don't stride.
All right. So he drew into the starter, which got spun.
That
Now,
hurts.
it could help him in the long run. It could draw him cards and make more beefy units. He's opting for the Home Thoughts because he wants the extra draw.
Still playing very defensively at this stage of the game, though.
He needs to make some really, like, gusto plays, honestly. All right, here comes Home Thoughts. He's going to take it because he wants the damage.
He needs that counter blast to go off. And we hit the crit.
Yes, the critical helps.
Okay, so getting back in the game. Now we're at 4-4. But what trigger?
Oh, he hit a heal.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ouch.
That does not help because it makes the rear guards just don't hit at all. Hurl Him Throws plus for 8. Swing with your rear guard first. Yes, swing with the rear guard. Be a good player so you can stand it with your Crayola
Why
Tiger.
are you making all these judgments right now?
Well, you just need to swing with your rear guard so the Crayola can stand it. And look, there it did. It did its job. And now he swings again.
Good old Aussie branded crayons right
Oh,
there.
that's right. We don't say Crayola, we say Crayola.
Yeah, there's the Aussie brand right there.
That is the Aussie brand. Alright, so it looks like he's ending his turn on G-Guard.
This G-Guard is actually nuts.
It's
though.
nuts.
I love it. I want to get Bushiroad. Bushiroad, if you're out there and you want to give Oracles a G-Guard, just give me this one. I'd be cool with it. Just make sure not shuffle. Just put the bottom deck, and then that Tsukiyomi can cycle it, and we'll have a good day. We'll have good times.
Well, if you want to chuck something like a Little Love Royals Way, I'll take it. Freaking Saint Andragonius.
Okay, here we go. Another Gear Chronicle turn. Are we going to see the next stage? We are seeing the next stage. I think this is the equivalent of calling final turn, don't you think?
With 7 cards, I think is in the Great Nature's hand.
4 damage with the next stage.
It's not looking good.
He's even got the Malin in the back right there.
Oh, and he's going to push it up for sure, right?
For sure. Unless he's got some other plan, that's definitely what I see happening.
But History Maker would go in front of the That's a good play.
Pushes it
Malin
up,
goes
like
up.
and then plays the supporter perhaps of some sort. He's checking what options he has left in deck by checking the grave.
Of course.
The damage. You don't want to
Make us
miss.
miss the target.
Yep. The Neonectus signature move, just missing your targets because they're gone. Ooh,
Melon not working. What are you doing, mate? Now,
you have to have targets.
you have to have targets. Otherwise, you're not playing it right. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed by now, but most Gear Chronicle players obviously play multiple TikToks.
Yep.
Some do only play the 2, but most play 4, which is, I'm not sure if you think it's a bit greedy, but obviously it seems to be working well.
I think it's absolutely worth it because, like, TikTok in Japanese is banned as a start, is it
It
not?
is.
So, like, honestly, in that particular case, why wouldn't you love it?
It's obviously proven itself very well.
It's not like back in the days with Barkle, where the only reason you need it is so you can have it. It's something that benefits you every single time you get one.
Yeah.
It's such a good card.
It turns 1 into 2. Like, who doesn't want a free card?
Right? Okay, here we go.
All right.
Getting ready.
There's the turn. He's shuffling. Stop shuffling.
Now, come on. Gotta make sure that...
Now, it looks like he's sufficiently ready and the triple drive comes off.
Heel
trigger. Oh, that's
heartbreaking.
That's not looking good for Mr. Great Nature.
Yes.
Mr. Lee Howe, all the best to you through the rest of this turn.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it.
Mark, good plays.
Mark.
Always trust Melon.
Always trust Melon.
Always trust the Melon.
Here comes the last of the checks. He ended up putting it on the Melon.
Yep.
He trusts in his Melon.
It's the best thing to trust in. Honestly, my favorite Gear Chronicle unit as of today.
History Maker comes off next, and he remembers to go off with his
next stage.
So he has to discard 3 and pay the counter blast, which he has.
Which is so worth.
And then here comes Mr. Chronojet.
Yeah, it's dangerous because of Chronojet's gen break ability.
Oh.
Right? That's what makes it dangerous. That's why you need to discard as opposed to, like, other ones.
And he's got that crit trigger in the rear guard just to pump it up and make it that much more dangerous.
He has to guard this one.
As much as he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Being at 5 does not help. Hopefully, we don't see stands, and then he has a null in hand and he gets a next turn.
Absolutely.
But I don't think it's going to happen. He's thinned his deck way too much. Oh, and he's got an extra 10k on that Vanguard. because he's got 2 stands and he's going to draw 2. That advantage. All right. And there's
And
the
the stand
stand.
trigger.
Oh,
And that's game.
That's game. Well done, guys.
Congratulations to both players. But a very good victory to Mr. Mark Guan.
It looks like he's going through to the finals.
Yep, definitely.
All right. I wonder what we're going to see, but obviously we're going to see 1 Gear Chronicle. I hope we get not a mirror, but, you know, seeing which one's better. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, this is Nephonix here.
And this is RPGcaster.
Ooh, have a good rest of your night, and we're signing off.
Watching. Catch you later.
No, I mean like 5 1